I have been waiting for this day for a long time, okay? And if y'all have been following me here, if you've been watching the Baddies after show for the last few years, ever since we've been started or whatever, you will know I have been waiting for this day, for the day when someone comes along and finally clocks that gutter snipe on a Mac, aka on a whack. I've been waiting for somebody to clock her the way she needs to be clocked. And baby, it happened this week when my girl Nunu, bow down to Nunu. You get all the praises, Nunu. You get all my applause, baby girl, because you've done something that a lot of these girls have been afraid to do for a long time. And you better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. You're watching the official Baddies Midwest After Show, and you're only going to get it right here on the Damien After Dark channel. So before we begin, please click that thumbs up button and like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear what you got to say about this week's episode. And last but not least, if you would like to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate, all right? Thank you guys so much for the support, the love, the donations, the cash apps, all that. I truly, truly, truly appreciate y'all. Like, you know who you are. All y'all, okay? The likes, I love it when you like the video. I love it when you comment, all that. I appreciate it, okay? So let's get into the episode. Now, before we begin, just a quick disclaimer. I guess I'm gonna have to put another disclaimer up like I do with the copyright disclaimer that this show is for entertainment purposes, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. Stop taking everything so literal. Stop getting so offended. Somebody came in here last week saying, I have to unsubscribe and stop watching because you constantly talk about women's vaginas and you're misogynistic. And I'm like, wait, what? If that's how you feel, baby girl, please exit to the left. I'm not like we ain't gonna do it. Because those of you who know me and you've watched me forever, y'all know I am not misogynistic. That's how you say it, misogynistic. Okay, I love women. I've always loved women. If you're a gay man, you know that women were our first best friends. Women were our confidants. Women were the one who typically accepted us before anybody did. So how the am I misogynistic? Please, because I said Biggie had a trout or something like that last week, and it's like you name when I be talking about women's vaginas. These girls on these shows are the ones talking about your coochie stank, your pussy stank, they're the ones doing it to each other. Okay, so miss me with the bullshit. And every time you come in the comments with some shit like that, I'm going to read your ass down, okay? Unless you're like an OG subscriber or a follower here, and you have good intentions. I'm not saying y'all can't critique me. I want you to give me constructive criticism. And when it's coming from somebody that I know is genuine, and I feel like I've hurt your feelings, I will apologize. We can talk about it, and I can be an adult enough to acknowledge it. But when you come to me with some bull like misogyny, get out of here, okay? Now. Let's get into this episode. All right. We continue off from last week with these lame ass gutter snipes, Biggie and Anna, tag teaming Nunu, because we know Nunu was brought in last week to spice things up. These girls have been too comfortable, especially Anna Mac. They had to, spice it up, get them on their feet, get them on their toes a little bit. Now, Biggie and Anna just has showed what I've said consistently about these girls. Do y'all remember? I've said it. I've said it for seasons and seasons and seasons. Specifically with Anna, these girls will never fight on their own 2 feet, and especially win a fight, but they will never be able to stand on their own. Ever, 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 okay? Neither of them can fight. Neither of them can stand on their own. And this week's episode just proved that exactly. We also seen that neither of them really landed a lick in that beginning fight with Nunu. Did y'all notice that? But we see Anna get clocked in the nose. Did y'all notice that first fight with Anna and Nunu when Anna grabbed her by the hair after fighting with Biggie? We see Anna holding her nose. Now, I don't know if that was from Nunu clocking her. I don't know if Anna got elbowed by a security guard. I don't know. I don't know what happened. What is that? Like a stain on my shirt. I don't know what happened, okay? But Nunu was serving in this week's confessional. I loved this week's confessional look. A few of the girls was serving. But I really liked Nunu's confessional look. Now, she called Nunu called Anna and Biggie, Simone and Puma, bitch. I am weak. We have a new nickname for Biggie and Anna. From here on out, they will be referred to as Simone and Puma, bitch. I'm with you on that, Nunu. Thank you for that name. Now, Biggie keeps saying, you owe me one. You owe me one. You owe me one, bro. You owe me one. You owe my sister one. Shit. And don't nobody owe you shit, Biggie. Don't nobody owe you nothing. I tell you what, you owe yourself some self-respect, some dignity, some self-esteem, because you ain't got none left. Okay? Now, that's the only person that owes anybody shit. You owe yourself some dignity, some self-respect, some self-esteem, some something. Okay? Now, Nunu gets another one-on-one with Anna. And, bitch, I was hollering. I'm here for it. Big Nunu, not the little one, came in and gathered these girls up. She came in and had these hoes on their toes, scrambling, hollering, screaming, panicking in the bathroom, crying. I was here for it. Probably one of the best episodes this week. Probably one of the best episodes this season. I'm sorry, not this week. One of the best episodes this week. This season. God damn, I did it again. This season. Do y'all agree with me on that? One of the best episodes this season. And Nunu was clocking Anna so bad, the only choice Anna had was to pull hair. We already know Anna can't fight. That's why she has to resort to tag teaming. She has to resort to jumping. She has to resort to throwing items. That's why she can't handle her own one-on-one. And miss me with the size difference bullshit, because y'all could put Anna up next to a girl that's her size, like a Big Lex or something, and they would clobber her, okay? It has nothing to do with her size. She's just not a skillful fighter, and that's why she's got to sew her mouth shut before somebody does it for her. Now, we see her eye has a big grape on it. Nunu clocked Anna straight in the eye. She got this big grape up there. And Anna is livid. She's screaming. She's crying. She's in the bathroom. She's saying, you're going to get jumped every day of the week. You're a weako. You're going to get jumped. Of course you're going to throw threats out about jumping. That's all you've got, Anna. That's all you've got. That's all you know how to do is jump. If you are really Billy Badass, get out there and get in the motherfucking paint. And show them why you're a baddie or you're that girl, but you're not. You're not. How many times do we have to say it? The TV shows us that you're a weakling. You are the weakest link, darling. Goodbye. I'm on one this week, if y'all don't know. This episode had me hot, okay? This episode had me hot. Now, she in the bathroom boo-hooing. Why are you crying? Now, on the flip, wait a minute, because I'm the type, when I get really pissed, I will cry. And that's when I tell people, please just leave me alone when you see me crying, because I'm really mad. So I was like, okay, I can see her being mad, or I can see you crying because you're mad, but let's get down to the root of why you're mad. Let's get down to the root of you're crying because you're mad, not because you're sad, right? Let's get into the root of why you're mad. You're mad because you just look like a fool on national television. You're mad because you talked all that cash money shit for 2 to 3 years and it's finally came back and you got to cash that check, right? Right? Can I get a hey? You got clocked for once. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, she got clocked one time in the eye. Yes, she did. Hallelujah. I've been waiting for that moment, Lord. I've been waiting for this day when I turn on the TV and Anna's getting clocked, Lord. God forgive me. I shouldn't be doing all that. Anna was too comfortable. Okay? She was too comfortable. Rolly was too comfortable. They had to bring in Slim to shake shit up. Taseki's been too comfortable. They had to bring Krishan in at the beginning of the season and have Krishan come in and drop the bomb that Taseki allegedly did whatever with her, right? So they had to make Taseki do a little bit of work. You're not exempt, sweetheart. It's your turn, Anna. It's your turn. You've been sitting back. You've been perched up, pretty, smiling. The veneers, the wigs, which is all great and all, but it's time to clock in. It's time to clock in. You're not getting 6 figures to sit on your ass. I know you may allegedly on Lemon Pepper, the CEO, but there's only so much head and coochie you can get before they get tired of it. Allegedly. Now, Taseki tells Biggie during all this, when Anna is fighting, let her fight. When Anna's fighting, let her fight. And I agree with that to an extent, but I'm like, no, Biggie's doing what y'all have been pushing her to do the entire season. Biggie has been pushed. She's doing what y'all been telling her, have your friends back. You don't have Anna's back. You don't. And so this one time she's trying to have Anna's back, and it's a problem. Now again, I don't agree with Biggie or whatever. I don't agree with the entire situation. I don't agree what she's doing with Nunu and jumping in the fight with Anna and all that. But let's not pretend that these girls haven't been pushing her to do so. I feel like it's a little bit of a gaslighting moment. Like, is she not supposed to take up for her friend? Now, whole time, Nunu, I didn't even know this, but Nunu's hand is wrapped up in bandages from Baddies Caribbean, from fighting on Baddies Caribbean. So, Anna, while you're trying to play this whole, oh, my face is still fucked up from whatever ago, and she miss me with it. Nunu's hand was fucked up. We didn't hear her complaining about that. So, she's trying to use her face. Remember last season, Anna was saying she couldn't fight because she was under injured reserve, and that was a BS lie, but whatever. Now we see Biggie and Nunu, they're gearing up to fight again, right? They're gearing up to fight again. What seemed to me like was a setup. It seemed to me like production set it up to where Biggie and Anna were allowed to tag team Nunu without any security. Because did y'all notice when Biggie and Nunu were getting ready to fight one-on-one, Anna is coming around Nunu like this, and security is standing there, and they're allowing it. They don't get in front of her. They don't pull her back. They don't say, Anna, no. They allow Anna to go behind Nunu and clock her in the side of the head. Did y'all peep that? I feel like that was strategic. I feel like that was production. They wanted to allow Anna to get a lick in, and they did, because all last season they protected this girl. Let's not front. Let's get real for a minute. We know what this girl is allegedly known for doing. We know how she got on the show. Allegedly. We know, right? So it would not be far-fetched that she's been protected thus far, and I could see them trying to, give her a little bit of a push, and that's what it seemed like in this moment. I don't know, that could be conspiracy, that could just be me, but it did seem a little fishy. Y'all just let that happen, and I don't. And Nunu, I don't see how you didn't see it, because she's gearing up to fight Biggie while Anna is right here going around. So how did you not see her out of your peripheral to be like, wait a minute, hold up, I'm not fighting Simone and Puma. Give me one-on-one. Now. And of course, sneaking, jumping, tag teaming, and weapons. That's their go-to. The weakest of the weakest of the weakest on this show. We see Big Lex in her confessional say she can't stand the fact that these girls can't stand on their own, but can double team other people. Thank you, Big Lex. This is why Big Lex is a fan favorite. This is why Big Lex is coming back for Baddies Africa. This is why Big Lex has over 500,000 Instagram followers already. This is why Big Lex is on a tour, a national tour, all the way up into the spring, going from city to city, hosting these clubs, making bread, because she's a real, authentic, organic ass bitch. Okay? She's calling everything that you and I have been saying for the longest. Finally, somebody coming, and like we kept saying to Zeus, bring us new girls. Stop giving us these recycled hoes. Bring us new girls with fresh energy, fresh perspectives, and these girls are what I'm talking about. Now your show's popping because you listened to what the F we said. Now, Natalie's over here talking about, no, stop it, no jumping, no. Natalie, shut up, because you orchestrate half of this. You know what's going to be happening. You know what these girls be doing. It's better ratings for you. It's good for you. So I would rather you, Natalie, just sit there on your ass and let it all happen than constantly trying to play Mother Mary. Like, we don't buy it. All right? We don't buy it. Now, Anna and Baritone Biggie, aka Simone and Puma. They're screaming at Natalie because they're pissed that Natalie's trying to get them to pipe down. And then they start screaming at one another. Like, anyway, but speaking of those two, we get to see our first joint confessional ever on Baddies. I don't think we've ever seen a confessional where two girls are in the confessional together. So they've got Anna and Biggie in a confessional together, which kind of scares me because I'm like, oh God, that means that they're looking at Anna and Biggie as this duo. I don't know if the fans online like Anna and Biggie as a duo, but it worries me that they're going to be coming back. And I'm just like, I can't do another season of these two dreadful ass, thirsty, leech like gutter snipes. That's what they are. Like, I just can't. They're so inauthentic. They're so unorganic. They are as fake as the MF and hair on their head, okay? They're as fake as them wigs on their head. I can't. Now, in their joint confessional, Biggie and Anna, they're giggling and snickering. And they're laughing over how they didn't jump Nunu. They said they just tag teamed her. Well, when are you going to stand on your fucking own? Huh? Because that's what the fans are waiting for, Simone and Puma. Is it Timon? It's Timon and Pumbaa, ain't it? I've been saying Simone and Puma. I've been saying Simone and Pumbaa. This is the gag, okay? Y'all are gonna be like, what the F, Damien? I've never watched The Lion King. Gasp. I know. I've seen it on Broadway in New York, but I've never actually watched the movie. And that goes to show I'm over here calling them Simone and Pumbaa when it's Timon and Pumbaa. Timon. Anyway, Biggie and Nunu, they try to fight again. They try to, Nunu is trying to get one-on-ones with each of these girls, but she can't because she can't fight one without the other jumping in. So Biggie's trying to fight Nunu's trying to fight Biggie, and here go Lil Timon trying to jump in. Right here go Anna trying to jump in. Summer, not only did Big Lex call these girls out in the confessional this week, Summer also calls out Anna as a weak ass B in her confessional. She says that Anna is a weak B because she talks all this cash money, but when she gets times to fight, she has to pull out these tricks, weapons, jumping, tag teaming. She don't have anything else to stand on. Now, Nunu fights Anna again. Now that second time she fought Anna, she didn't get her as good as she did the first time. But Anna definitely didn't land a single lick. So every round that Nunu fought these girls, I have to give it to Nunu. Like every single round. And you can always tell who is losing a fight based off their behavior, right? Slim, for example, any fight she loses, she starts twerking because that's all she's got is what's between her legs and her booty. That's all she's good for. Biggie and Anna, you can tell in their behavior that they lost the fight by the way they're acting. We don't see Nunu jumping up and down and hollering and screaming, "You're gonna get jumped, bitch!" and doing all this da 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 da, whatever they were doing. We saw Biggie and Anna doing that because they got embarrassed. You know how it is. Y'all remember when you were in school and you got embarrassed, so you might say or do some dumb shit to try to take the embarrassment off of you. That's what they did. At the reunion, though, the way you girls sat up in this mother effing confessional and snickered and bragged about tag teaming. When the reunion come around, I don't want to hear it. When y'all get dog walked and I just don't want to hear it. I don't. When y'all get stomped to smithereens, don't be crying. Don't be hollering lawsuit. Definitely the most hated, worst baddies in the history of the show. I think even worse than Gretchen. I think like these girls are the absolute worst baddies. I don't even see how some of y'all like Anna and Biggie. I'm sorry. Like, we're all entitled to our opinions, and I want y'all to always speak your mind and about who you like. Don't be biased based off of what I say, but I just have a hard time understanding how, why, where does anyone relate to that? Now, we see the girls go into the rage room. Y'all know the smash rage rooms to let some rage out. And I'm like, y'all just, all this fighting, is that not enough for a rage room? Now, I guess all this fighting has transferred to Tinkerbella, and Tinkerbella feels like she wants to show out for the cameras, and it's her turn to clock in, and it's her turn to shine, and she wants to show out, so let Tinkerbella shine, right? Anyway, here she go. Here this annoying ass goes. Tinkerbella's like, she asked the group, is anybody okay? Is anybody got any animosity with me or whatever? Does anybody want to fight or something? And it's just like, girl, I know you're amped up from what just happened, but sit down. Sit down. Sit down. God damn. Sit down. Like, so she over here being passive aggressive, wanting to show her ass, talking about, I'm not about to wait to fight nobody. I'm not about to wait to fight nobody. Pretty much we know she's got issues with Pretty P. We know she had issues with Bad Dolly. So she wants to fight because of what just happened. Anna, Biggie, and Nunu just fight. She's got all this tension with Pretty P, so she wants to fight. And it's like we all fought enough. Like let somebody else have the camera time and the shine. Sit down, Stinkabella. Now Bad Dolly, she has to put Tinkerbella in check, and that's one thing I do like about Bad Dolly. I've had like a love hate thing with her going on. Like me and Bad Dolly have been up and down over here, but one thing I do like about her is she ain't gonna never let nobody talk to her crazy. And did y'all see how quick she shut Snankabella down? Because Bad Dolly stood up with a cast on her arm and everything in her face, telling her, yo, issue ain't with me. The issue you got is over here with Pretty P. Now, is there another problem? And we saw Snankabella. No, it's all good. She wanted to dap it up by the end of it all. Now, Akbar is like, she over here like the rest of us, like, okay, let's go. Can we wrap it up? Whatever. And Tinkerbella says, this has nothing to do with you. And Akbar Akbar calls her a 50 Shades of Grey ass bitch. Oh, she said what we've all been thinking, right? Um, Akbar said exactly what we've all been thinking about Tinkerbella. She just put it in the perfect words of 50 Shades of Grey. That's what she be looking like. And I'm sorry, y'all. Can we just be real? Tinkerbella is so thirsty. Like, she wants attention so bad. Like, apparently they're not supposed to even be fighting in this room that they're in. To the point to we see producers actually step in. Doesn't seem like there's much security there at all. I don't even think I saw security. So they had to rely on the producers to step in and be like, whoa, wait a minute, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, Tinkerbella does the opposite of calm down. We see her throw water on Akbar. Producers end up telling Tinkerbella to get out. I mean, she's just being childish at her big age for nothing. She brings nothing anymore. I get last season she was a little entertaining, but I feel like I'm tired. She can go too. It's time for Tinkerbella to go. Um, Akbar said in her confessional, "We might be on the same show, but we don't get paid the same." Real big dog. Okay. Okay, Akbar. Let them know what time it is, Akbar. Um, so they end up having to leave the rage room. Everybody didn't get a chance to go in and do the rage room because of Stinkabella showing her ass. Now Tinkerbella's still running her mouth. She tells Pretty P to shh, be quiet, shh. And Pretty P tells her, "You're doing a lot right now, and I'm trying to be cool and respectful." I don't know. Tinkerbella's just she's doing a lot. She has a lot of adrenaline compared to the other ladies. So I'm just like, are you okay, sis? Did you drink something before? Like, why can you not wait till we get outside? Anyway, now production gets in front of Tinkerbella like this, like, leave Pretty P alone, and Tinkerbella goes around security like that and clocks Pretty P in the face. Now, speaking of Pretty P, I like her confessional was another one this week that was giving. I think that red is her color. She looked really pretty in that confessional with that red hair. I thought I liked Tasiki's confessional too with that big brown look that she had. But then when I kept looking at it, it looked a little like too synthetic. You know what I'm saying? No shade either, because I really did like the volume of it. I loved the color. I thought the look was cute overall, but then I kept looking at it. I'm like, that big brown hair she had, it just looked very shiny, like very, very. If you straighten it or curl it, it's gonna melt. You know what I'm saying? Now, Pretty P was quick with it because she swooped back under security, went back around, and clocked old girl right back. Now, um, after they leave the rage room, we see Natalie gets on the Sprinter van with the newer baddies. Instead of going with the OGs, she gets on the Sprinter van with them, and they're on the way to one of their appearances. We see in the back of the bus, DTB is crying. The girls are trying to figure out what's going on. And DTB says that she doesn't want to do the show anymore. She says that she gets tired of all the fighting and that she has real life personal stuff going on at home. And that's when I was like, at first I'm like, is there something deeper going on here? It made me wonder if something happened behind the scenes that she was really upset about. Kind of like how Jayla did that video that time saying Zeus Network put her on the side of the road, called her all sorts of bitches and hoes. It made me wonder, did something like that happen to DTB, but she can't say it on camera, so she's just saying she's tired of all the fighting? Because my thing is, why would you want to go home because of fighting when this show is built around fighting, when you were the fan favorite last season because of all the fighting that you were doing? It just didn't make sense to me. Now, we did hear later in the episode, sneak peek for next week, that someone in her family is sick. So it did make a lot more sense when we saw that. Now, DTB is crying, saying, I've told them to stop fighting. Anna's face is messed up. And I'm like, girl, who gives a fuck? Like, you're really over here going to bring up Anna's face being messed up? Like, that ass whooping was long overdue for Timon and Pumbaa. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, DTB. Now, Summer, doing like Summer always does, says what a lot of us is thinking. Summer chimes in and she says, no, fuck that. We ain't doing all that because that's your friend. But with my bitch, Bad Dolly over here, her arm was fucked up. Y'all didn't give a shit. Y'all didn't say nothing. I'm like, clock it, Summer, clock it. Wipe them tears, DTB. But then we know why DTB's really crying, and I understand. But in the moment, I was like, girl, if you're crying over fighting, please. DTB stands up and screams, that's why I want to go home, because nobody cares about nobody here. And you're cashing your fucking check, aren't you? Just saying. Just saying, because here's the thing. If we're that upset over people fighting, let's just call it a wrap. Hand me your check and we can go home. Oh, you don't want to do that, though, do you? That's what I thought. Summer says, you know what the fuck you signed up to do. And DTB says, and that's why I quit. Oh, really? Did you really quit, Diamond? Because we see you later in the episode getting on the Sprinter van the next morning. Okay. Now Natalie says, I've been doing this for a long time, and you want to hold on to that camera because once it's gone, nobody gives a fuck about you anymore. I said, oh shit, okay. Listen, I understand where Natalie was coming from, but everybody hasn't always been as desperate as you, Natalie, to get in the spotlight, to stay in the spotlight, to be known. And Natalie, like, I get maybe these girls, you know, this is how their careers thrive, is staying on television, is remaining relevant, and that's how they make money. But Natalie, to me, has always taken it to almost a desperation level, to where you have to allegedly sell your body, and you have to go the old school Hollywood route. Well, it's not even really old school anymore. It still happens to this day, where you have to take that Hollywood route to spreading your legs and opening your mouth allegedly to get opportunities. And everybody ain't got to do that. Everybody don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not taking away from what Natalie has done and what she's built, you know, bringing baddies onto Zeus and all that. But let's not pretend that the allegations have not been out there that she had to sleep her way to that position. Okay? Let's not pretend that's not out there. That's not just something I'm pulling out my ass. Word on the curb is that she allegedly slept with Daryl Farmer and Lemon Pepper over at the Zeus Network. Separate times, from what I've been told or what we've seen, separate times, and that's how she got the deal. And two, let's not pretend that the Bad Girls Club wasn't a huge name. Zeus knew what they were latching on to. They knew, oh, we can make this show something. Um, Now, Natalie, she's talking to Diamond the Body like a true pimp, like a true madam that she allegedly is, all right? She tells the girls, I promise you, there's been worse other places out there, and you don't want to leave here. It's not that bad. Trying to discredit their experience, trying to minimize what they, what they're saying, what they're going through. Um, and again, it makes me wonder, aside from DTB dealing with her family issues, is there something else happening behind the scenes that Diamond is seeing that she's dealing with that may have to contribute to her emotional reaction? Now, the girls get to their club appearance in Chicago, which I really want to visit Chicago based off of the way Zeus displays it, the way that they show the city and whatnot. I really would like to visit there. It reminds me of New York City in a way. Um, Now, all the girls, they're in the club in Chicago. At their appearance, Nunu is saying, like, it's weird being in the club with these hoes that just jumped her, but she's going to remain professional, even though she feels the tension and the energy in the room. We see Anna in the club with sunglasses on. Excuse me. We know why she's got sunglasses on. Because she got clocked, because she got that grape on her. Excuse me, oh my God, on her eye. Yet Anna tries to say something about Nunu in her confessional, talking about Nunu's got these bangs on, trying to hide her eyes in the club. Why would Nunu be trying to hide her eye when you're the one over here with this big cherry on yours? Like, what? That made no sense, Anna. Now, I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm out of breath because I had to just cut the video, run outside, crank my car. I got to get to work soon, so I may have to end this video and finish the rest of the video in my car. Anyway, we see the next day the girls are packing at the house so they can head out to Indianapolis and leave for Chicago. And speaking of the next day, we see the girls, they're walking outside with their luggage. They're heading to get on the bus, and Diamond's the first one out the door. I'm like, well, shouldn't you be gone, Diamond? I thought you was leaving, sis. I thought you was tired of the fighting. I thought you was tired, sis. Now, Nunu and Slim get on the bus. Nunu and Slim get on the bus, and Slim immediately asks Summer if there is an issue. And I'm wondering, did somebody put a battery in this? Like, did the producers put a battery in Slim's back to engage with Summer? Because my thing is, if you're trying to get back on the show and you're coming on as Rolly's assistant, and she told you not to be fighting and all that, why would you go rehash an issue with Summer? Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I can't feel sorry for Slim. Because, like, if you would come in, play it cool, and lay low, I could see you easily easing your way back onto the show. But you're coming in thinking that you're back on Baddies South and you're going to drink and pop pussy and fight all day, and that's not how it's supposed to go. Now, Summer tells Slim, because Slim's like, do you have an issue with me? Do you still have an issue? That's what Slim says. Summer didn't say a word to her. Slim started this one. And Summer tells Slim, we'll handle it outside of the bus. But in the meantime, you can be all of our assistant. And Slim's tune changes to a Baddies tune. She's like, she's on her baddie shit now. Since Rolly is nowhere in sight, Slim's playing this entirely new different character, trying to be one of the baddies, talking about, I'm not nobody's motherfucking assistant. I'm not nobody's assistant. But girl, you just agreed to it last week. She just agreed to being everybody's assistant last week until Rolly had to clock her and say, no, you're here to be mine, not the entire house. So this is why I can't get with this girl, y'all. And this is why also I can't entirely feel bad for her. Do I feel like the new girls bullied her last week? Absolutely. But it's up to you to handle that situation or leave. Like, we can dog the new girls out and call them bullies all day long, but where do you take responsibility? You're a grown-ass woman and you don't have to be there. Right? You don't have to be there. Typically, when people are bullied, they're at school. Kids are. I'm not saying that you can't be bullied as an adult. You can't be bullied outside of school. But a lot of times, kids are bullied at school because they have to be there. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be on Baddies. And it's like it's hard for me to have sympathy for this girl. Now she says, I've been here since Baddies South, and it's like no. See, we're not gonna do that either. We're not gonna do that either. Okay? Because you have not. You are a clout chaser, Slim. You have not been here since Baddies South. Rolly has been here since Baddies South. Not you. You just decided that you were gonna try to ride her coattails through Baddies South all the way up until Baddies Midwest, but it didn't work. So now you're back and you're trying to take whatever little scraps they'll give you to get back on the show, and that is off of the back of Rolly. That is off of being Rolly's storyline. You couldn't get there on your own or your own merit, because you couldn't get on Baddies Midwest because you were entertaining or they loved you or you were funny or you had amazing confessionals. In And here's where she gets me again. She says, I'm about to go back here and sweep and take a shot. I'm going to take a shot. Like, see? No, baby girl. This is why she should have never been brought back. This is why she should have never been brought back. And listen, y'all can say all day long, well, Damien, they're treating her wrong. She shouldn't have to be the assist. I agree with you on that. But that was the rules and regulations, and she chose it. She chose that. You're not a baddie, Slim. You're not here to take shots, shake your twat, act a fool. You're here to assist, ma'am. Now, when Rolly get a hold of her, I don't want to hear it. When Rolly get a hold of her, I don't want to hear it. Now, Jazz says, guess, in her confessional, Jazz says, guess who's starting drama on the bus? Summer. And I'm like, no, y'all ain't about to gaslight us into thinking Summer started this one, because Slim clearly started this one. Now, did Summer start it yesterday? Yes, but it's a whole new day. We're heading to a different city, new fresh energy. Slim decided to walk on the bus with her varicose veins, and she decided to rehash it. Now, we've got about maybe 10 minutes left in the show, but I have to go, okay? And I really want to get this video out to you guys, so I'm going to finish this video in my car when I get to work. So we're going to cut this video here. I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to be in my car, and we're going to talk about the rest of the episode there, okay? All right. Okay, you guys, we're back, all right? The show must go on. I'm in my car. Didn't have time to finish the video back home. Y'all know that. We talked about that. So we're going to get right back into the video with the OGs getting on the private jet, heading to the next city, which is Indianapolis. And I'm like, oh, I see now why Jayla recanted her statements when she made that video claiming and alleging that Zeus Network put her on the side of the road and called her all kinds of bitches and hoes and tricks and shit. And, you know, we were all worried for Jayla, like, oh my God, what's going on, Jayla? Only for her to say, oh, everything's okay. You know, I was just tripping. And we were like, really? But now we see why. It's these private jets. She sold her soul for a PJ ride and a Chanel bag, bitch. Okay, now here goes Slim. Here goes Slim. She done got a Virginia Slim, Marlboro Slim. She done got a few shots in her system, right? And Rolly's not around, so she's showing her ass. And Jermaine just show her ass, because nobody, right? Nobody says nothing. And here comes Slim out the back. Anybody want to fight? Anybody got a problem with me? Like, girl, what? And keep in mind, she got on the bus before she was drinking and wanted to rehash it with Summer. And here you go again. What is it about the baddie bus, Slim, that's got you acting shady? Slim Shady? I just wish she would sit down. Like, you look ridiculous, Slim. Sit down. Now, Summer tells Slim to shut the fuck up. And she pulls a Jocelyn and says, hey, maid. Hey, maid, with your maid outfit. And these two start going at it. They're going back and forth with one another. And Summer says, you talk about people's kids. And Slim says, but it was okay for her to talk about my unalived father. And Summer says, F that ninja. Now, Summer, you ought to be ashamed, because that was some low down, gutter snug, nasty behavior. You over here, everything that you've ever said about Slim concerning her saying, everything that you ever said about Slim concerning her bringing up other people's kids, it's all null and void now, because you just stooped to her level and did the same thing, saying that about her father that is no longer here. I mean, to me, that's almost even worse than speaking on someone's child, speaking on someone who's lost a loved one and just saying F that, like that was just disgusting, Summer. And we, like, the fans are starting to love you, but one thing you got to understand, you may still be a little young and naive and to the reality TV game, but one thing you need to learn, boo-boo, if you're watching this, and you probably ain't, because she's booked and busy too, but as quick as the fans can love you, they gonna turn on you, especially if you start acting like this. Like, you're very entertaining, Summer. You're very entertaining. You're beautiful. I think you got a lot going for you in the entertainment industry, but you've got to be careful how you play it, because you will turn off a lot of the viewers. Now, a lot of these viewers who liked you, who probably have a father who is unalive, they are probably like, we don't like Summer right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, that's fighting words. And obviously Slim, rightfully so, even though Slim's gonna be gaslit in a way because she's there to be the assistant, but she's gonna be reprimanded for fighting. But in a way, I don't blame Slim in this situation, because you just said, what about my father? Okay, yeah, no, this ain't no real job, ho. This is a TV show. Let's go. So they start fighting. And Summer is standing up on one of the bus couches, so she kicks Slim and then grabs Slim by the hair. I don't know, I guess Slim was drunk, because she didn't even, her stance, her first hit that she tried to, like, she was just all over the place. Did y'all see that? I didn't understand what was going on. There we go, it's a little bit better lighting. I didn't understand what was going on with Slim. Like, she already can't fight, but that liquor in her system, baby, she's a hot mess. But neither of these girls can fight. But when you can't, neither of these girls can fight. But Slim, I have to give it to Summer, obviously, with that fight. Who do y'all think? Summer obviously clocked her. I mean, she grabbed her by the hair, kicked her in the stomach, started her head. And Summer's starting to prove herself to me as a fighter. Well, I don't want to say she's proving herself to me as a fighter, because in reality, to me, she's just getting lucky fighting these girls that can't fight, right? She's just fighting these girls that can't fight. Now, Slim is walking all over this bus looking like a crazy crackhead. I'm just gonna say it. That's what she looks like, climbing over the seats, acting a fool, wig off her head, veins in her head popping out, looking a hot mess, and just a drunk, barefoot hot mess. And I don't agree with what Summer said, but damn, Slim, god damn, baby, you're not making yourself look good at all in any of these episodes. Now, this is kind of random, but I loved Ivory's look that she had with the bangs and the long black hair. I was here for that. I thought she looked very pretty. She looked very soft. Ivory's not known for looking soft. She's known for looking kind of hard sometimes. No shade. I thought that was a very good look on her. Now we see Summer and Slim fight again. And I'm like, Slim, baby, if you want to win against Summer, it's not going to happen. It's just time to wrap it up. Like, it's just time to wrap it up. Okay? You look delusional. The capital D. Now, Slim, and y'all gonna hate me when I say this. Y'all are gonna hate me when I say this. But Slim, to me, just look like she always stank. Is it just me? Am I bullying? No, because she ain't here. To me, Slim just always looks like unkempt. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a little dirty and unkempt. She just needs somebody to spruce her up a little bit and make her go from a 6 to a 10. Now, they're gonna say I'm being misogynistic, but I can say that about a man too. You know, I can say that about men too. What does that make me? Anti-man? I don't know. Listen, again, this is for entertainment purposes. If you don't like it, leave the room. Your comment is not necessary. Now again, notice, like I said. Oh wait, I think I got a little head too much. Oh, okay, because what I forgot to mention was them fighting outside of the bus in front of the new house. They get to the new house and they take it outside. They take it out on the grass, and we see Summer and Slim fight one another. Again, I mean, neither one of them can fight. It didn't look like neither one of them beat each other's ass. But to me, Slim looked the worst, as always. If I had to give anybody the fight, I'd have to give it to Summer. It's not biased. It is what it is. Slim just looked crazy out there. And again, like I told y'all, anytime she gets her ass whooped, she does what? She starts twerking. She can't fight. She ain't got no ass. She ain't got no personality. I didn't mean to say no ass. I mean, I meant to say she can't fight. So all she has is her ass, her vagina, and, you know, flash a smile. That's all you can do. That's all Slim has shown me, y'all. If you can give me other accolades, characteristics, skill sets, personality traits, I don't know, that you think that makes Slim entertaining, that she stay on the show. Like, I'm not saying that she might not be an amazing hairdresser or cashier or receptionist or a warehouse worker or any of these jobs that are out here. She might be a great worker. I just don't think the entertainment is for her. Like, there's nothing that's... Anyway, they finally get to the new house, which looks like a log cabin to me. And, you know, most of the girls don't really like it. They say it looks dark and scary. I thought it was somewhat of a cute house for like a winter retreat or something, maybe up in the Smoky Mountains. Anyway, everybody gets to the house and they ask Slim why she looks the way she does. Unkempt at this point, but not unkempt really, but she looks like she's been in a fight. Clothes ripped, wig off her head, hot mess, right? And they bring up that, you know, she's been fighting. Her and Summer's been fighting. And Rolly says, why are you fighting with the baddies when you're the assistant? Now, we know why Slim was fighting. Her father got brought up, right? Now, the girls tell Rolly that Slim said she's nobody's assistant. She's a baddie. And that's why they say that, you know, they throw Slim under the bus. They're like, Rolly, it's like one of the kids telling their parent telling on the other sibling. So she's like, they're like, you know, Slim said she's nobody's assistant, and she said that she's a baddie now. And to me, it's just like, Slim, you should have never came back. This is humiliating. You should have never came back. Rolly says, I brought you here for a reason. But Slim says, at the end of the day, I'm still a baddie. See, she had no intentions on doing this assistant role. She thought it was going to be all shits and giggles, but it's not. You're like, I think Rolly really wanted you to be her assistant. Because listen, Rolly's better than me, because I would have said, look, I'm not doing this, Slim. You're dismissed. You can just go home. Just go home, please. Like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I understand where Rolly's coming from. You were jealous that I got to stay on this show, and you're not coming back on my back from my storyline. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Now, Rolly says that Slim is acting the exact same way as far as fighting and all that good stuff. But, you know, in her defense, she was bullied by the other girls on her first or second day back. And I do feel like she should stand her ground. But she rehashed it when she got back on the bus. And not only that, she said, anybody want to fight? An hour or two later, after getting some shots in her system. So it's hard to feel sorry for her when she does this to herself and she puts herself in this situation. Now, Rolly tells her no more smoking and no more drinking. Ooh. Natalie tells Slim while Rolly is talking. Natalie tells Slim, while Rolly's talking, shut the fuck up. I was like, oh, God damn. Damn, Slim, you're going to take that? Natalie said, while Rolly is talking, shut the fuck up. Ooh. Oh, these girls are really clicked up. You should know where you stand with these girls, Slim. You should know where you stand. Leave now. Now, Rolly tells Slim that she has to work her way back up to being a baddie. And I'm just like, y'all stop playing games with these girl and fire her. Tell her to go home. Stop playing games with her. You know, let's telling her to work her way back up. I don't think anybody that's returned to the show has ever had to do that. But at the same time, I understand. Listen, there's a flip side to it because, like I said, Rolly, I understand. I don't want my op coming back on the show just, you know, and they come back on the show because of me, in a storyline because of me. No, I'm not putting money in their pocket. But if they give me the option, yeah, okay, you can come back as my assistant. If you're gonna come back and try to get money off of me and clout chase off me, I'm gonna clout chase off of you. Now, Rolly says, she tells Slim, I can tell that you're liquored up right now. And Slim says, and? Slim says, and? Girl, and you're not getting on the show off my motherfucking coattails, and you're not here to be a baddie. Like, what do you not get, Slim? Did you think it was going to be a joke? I think she thought it was going to be a joke. Now, Rolly asks Slim if she wants the assistant position or not, and we get a suspenseful moment for next week. We don't get to see what her answer is, but we do see her next week quit and say she's done with this. And I think you should have did that episodes ago. Actually, I don't think you ever should have signed a contract to come back on the show. Now we also see next week Rolly tells Slim she will slap the F out of her. DTB says her aunt is sick, so we get more insight on why she was crying on the Sprinter van. Natalie's going to be eliminating someone else. Slim quits the assistant position finally, and Summer and Jayla will be going at it. Listen, I'm sorry you guys, I had to do the rest of this show in the car. I appreciate you so much for watching. I have to go handle some business and make some coins, so I appreciate you so much. If you want to support the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate to us. Click the thumbs up button below and like this video. If you don't do anything else, that is your way of supporting the channel for free. A lot of people get it twisted and say that I'm over here asking everybody to donate money. No, that's not the case. Only if it's on your heart to do so. But you can donate for the channel for free by clicking the thumbs up button and liking this video. That's most important. Get in the comment section, leave me your thoughts and opinions on this week's episode. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.